Unmistakable. This is Robin Deschamps here in Las Vegas, Nevada. I decided to do a live, and this is about M Hotel. Unmistakably, probably
Live,
one of the
and this
better,
is about
better,
M Hotel,
one of the better
unmistakably
hotels
live.
that most people do not know about because it's actually south of the Las Vegas Strip, just a few miles past the airport. But it's also one of the, it is the first hotel as you round the bend from Seven Magic Mountains. That reconstruction, colorful artwork as you pass by on the 15 freeway coming into Las Vegas. But as you get off at St. Rose Parkway there, uh, before you even get there, you're going to see a big M, the big M on the hotel before you even get to Vegas. It's actually Henderson. It's actually on the borderline just before you get to South Point. But many people don't even know what that M stands for. It stands for the Marnell family. Marnell family. So it is unmistakably a very beautiful place. Every time I go there, I always don't do everything that they have there. They do have a pool there, a big screen. I didn't even check that out. I have been there twice. Once free, once paid, and just this past weekend, we was able to stay. See, went in on Sunday, checked out on Wednesday here in Las Vegas, actually in Henderson, and as I said, if you do the turn on the Freeway 15 going into Vegas, it is the biggest M. It's the biggest hotel you see when you first come in to Las Vegas. Well, anyway, just to talk about a little bit history of the M Hotel. Like I said, it's by the Marnell family, and believe it or not, it was built in 2 years. It's hard to believe. Now I've been going to this place off and on just to play the slot machines, of course. I've eaten there quite a few times. They have a great ice cream parlor and yogurt place there. They got a couple of other eateries there. It's a very beautiful place. The last couple of times we didn't go there, but this time since we stayed there, we decided to invest our time there just a little bit. We still go out into the strip. We still go out to the other outer hotels, but this is one very beautiful property. It took only 2 years to build, and it says it began September 1st, 2007, and it grand opened March 1st, 2009. And so they call it the Great Recession back then. That's what I'm reading here. But then again, it was also bought by the Penn Entertainment. I guess M owed a great deal of debt, and that's who's in charge of the game and everything. So they've been in charge of the property. Uh, what's this? They took complete ownership of the property in 2011, and in 2019 it entered into the partnership with the Las Vegas Raiders, which used to be the Oakland Raiders, which also used to be the Los Angeles Raiders. I get back in that. Uh, I'll talk about that just a little bit toward the end. But as you park in the parking lot there, you are going to see a building that looks like this once you go in there. M Resort Spa Casino. And just like I said, they got a pretty good uh, parking lot there. It is free parking. Very nice place. Believe it or not, there's all sorts of people who come there. But actually, just a few miles away, there is a Costco. Just a few miles away, and there's also a place like a zoo called Lion Habitat. lion habitat. I've been there, but it's a great place to play. Nice, beautiful. You shouldn't be accosted by anyone there. Of course, you're going to have a few that come in there, probably a little bit, but this is one of the biggest signs there off the street of right on the corner, actually almost on the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard South and St. Rose Parkway. So yes, it is a very beautiful place. Uh, so even though I don't use all the facilities there, like I never been to the pool. I saw that I started to go there, take pictures, but I decided not to. I'll stay there for a rainy day. I hardly ever go to the pool whenever I go to the hotels in and around Las Vegas. I hardly ever get into the pool anyway. Even on cruises, I don't even get into the pool. However, uh, I'm going to show you one room, a partial room. Of course, you can see the table here. You got my backpack in there. You got some other stuff there that we just bought in uh, from our trip. See, they got a desk there. We always have a lot of stuff on the desk. I am actually sitting. Uh, I'm actually someplace else right now. I'm not at the M Hotel right now, but I am talking about the M right now. Uh, but of course, you can see the TV screen there. Very good TV. Very nice and spacious. Beautiful bathroom. This here, of course, is the bathroom. As you can see, it is very spacious indeed. I really like the place. I wish I could stay there a little bit longer. I always feel something whenever I travel uh, here. This is probably the longest stay that I've been here in Vegas. So we've been here since Sunday evening. We're still here in Las Vegas. Uh, Played at a lot of different casinos, a couple of casinos I never played before. Uh, Ate a lot of food, so most of my expenses has been mostly on food. So I probably gained a couple of pounds here and there. I still try to eat well, but this is the restroom, or should I say the bathroom. Uh, Even the facilities, the gambling areas are pretty clean. They usually keep everything nice and pristine. Of course, like any other basic casino or hotel, sometimes it's pretty hard to keep those places clean. Uh, but there are people working there. They do a great job, and so I you really can't go wrong visiting this casino and hotel. They just added a brand new section, so the hotel is quite big, very big indeed, quite large. Uh, but but just like I say, it is a very nice looking place. They used to have a buffet there, just like all the other hotels. It was kind of expensive. I don't think I ever eaten there. Of course, that a few years ago what happened during the pandemic. So most all the buffets are gone except at South Point. South Point still have a buffet. They are a little bit expensive, but they're okay. Let me see, what is this? Let's see, yeah, this is the bathroom again. I think I was trying to get a different perspective, but I'm sure I said, however, I never seen a sink like this in quite some time. As you can see, it's a very beautiful sink. Soap there, toiletries or whatever. Very beautiful, very nice looking. Can't go wrong. I don't know which is. Oh, this is shower. I don't think this one came out fine. They got trying to. Oh, I think that's the inside the shower. What's this? Okay, this is a shower. This is actually a a nice seat that you can sit on uh, in the shower in case you're tired, in case you have a little handicap here and there. This is a great place. Uh, just like I said, the shower is outstanding. There is no tub, but the shower is very outstanding. The water was nice and all that. They did have, I think, a couple of business conventions there, uh, but they wasn't too crowded. I think they were there like Monday and Tuesday. Uh, but just like I say, it's a very nice place, a very big place. Uh, I've never been there when it's really crowded, but every time I go there, you can always find a machine to play on. If you, yes, you should I stay here? Yeah, you can. You you can. It's free parking. It's always free parking. Uh, and you can go from strip there. Uh, actually, it's very convenient to me. It's not that far from the airport. It's just south of the airport, and it's south of South Point. Now, I stayed at South Point quite a few times. I'm thinking about going there again. What I like about South Point, we always go there to play at South Point. What I like about South Point is, I think a couple of times in the past, I haven't been there in quite a few years, but South Point do give you a book. At least once or twice they gave us a book, which they had a nice little drink package. And if you're into drinking, and I think they had a couple of things in there which you can probably buy, meal at a discount, and probably some players points or some stuff like that. But uh, but uh, but the M Hotel is a very beautiful hotel. Most people don't even know it exists. I'm going to be honest with you. Most people do not know it exists. It sits right there. Uh, I remember coming to Vegas quite a few times and always wanting to know what type of hotel that was. And I mean, this is like about 10 years ago. Then all of a sudden we said, let's go check this place out. Went inside. I was very impressed. Now, I can't say much about winning, playing the slot machines and stuff there, but it's a very nice place. They got all the amenities there. They got bars, they got restaurants. Like I said, they got a pool. I never checked out the pool. The rooms are pretty spacious. The price could vary. I think I just saw somewhere where I think you can get a room for probably 100 something dollars a night. Uh, but but on this trip, we just had to pay the resort fee only. So it just so happened that it fell right in line with our travel plans for this vacation. Uh, Normally we stay someplace else, but I say, hey, let's do it on the first leg. We was quite impressed. Uh, let me get to the Raiders. Uh, this, of course, is me. I got to do a cameo. Uh, like I said, this is the official home of the Las Vegas Raiders. Of course, just became, they went into a partnership with M. I'm going to be honest with you. I am kind of sad in a way. But then again, when you look at the facilities, The LA Raiders facilities are not too far from the hotel, and when they play home games, they are able to use the rooms there, especially for their home games. But they have a big practice facility uh, about a half mile away from the hotel on up until the hotel. Big place. They're probably their practice field. I really didn't go there, but you can see the building. Uh, the LA Raiders, I think they call it some sort of not therapy, but uh, but it's where they practice and do all their sport business there, whatever they do there. Of course, I never been to a practice, but this particular uh, mannequin is always there now. So it used to not be there, but when the Raiders came, you will always see this. Now they do have their little, what you call go kart, or their little car was parked over in the corner. I could have took pictures of it, but I didn't. So it's like a big Raider helmet. You've probably seen it when you watch the games where it goes around and around and around. Of course, I didn't see any Raider girls around, but this is not football season yet. Uh, but you still should be able to get a good stay there uh, if you're into the Raiders itself. Uh, you probably shouldn't. You probably wouldn't have no hard time even get a room during the football season. But just like I said, normally I don't stay there. Normally I don't stay at this hotel. Normally I just go there and I visit it just to play slot machines. Uh, I do love this place. We did skip it the last couple of times we was here in Las Vegas, but we still love to come here. So we was quite surprised that they did give us a mailing, and then we took advantage of it. So I had a great time there. Now, in other businesses there, uh, I am always impressed with the sphere. So every time I come there, I'm always do some videos of the sphere when I get close to it. Because you can see it from so many angles. You can see it from Lake Las Vegas. You can see it from the top of Henderson. You can see it from not Boulder, not quite that far, but I would say the upper slopes of uh, Las Vegas. They even have a street here called Hollywood. Would you believe that? So someone must have been really entrenched with Hollywood, LA, because I believe they have one in Florida too. But they have a Hollywood street. Uh, what gets me is sometimes you can almost think that I live here because I come here Vegas 3 or 4 times a year. Uh, Probably because just a thing to do, you don't have to come here to gamble. You don't have to come here to play slots. A lot of people just don't come to Vegas because they think they have to come here to play. But a lot of people come to Vegas. They just walk around. They just do a lot of sightseeing. They, I'm not going to say that they're shopaholics around here. I'm sure they are. They have plenty of places to buy things. Uh, Everything in your city, they got here. They got everything here. They got the dollar store. They got the general dollar store. Uh, they have Marshalls. They probably have Ross. They have Macy's. They have Costco, of course. They even got Sam's Club. They got CVS. I believe they got a Walmart. So they got everything here. So even if you travel out of town, you don't have to bring anything with you at all. You can just go to your regular stores, pharmacies, do all your shopping here in Vegas in case you forget something. You can always buy cheap T-shirts. You can do everything here. They do have a natural history museum here. They do have Fossils Park here, which they have examples of dinosaur bones, or should I say prehistoric animals. They have a park there for that. They got plenty of mountains that surround Las Vegas. Uh, and of course, I do watch other YouTubers who actually live here who talk about Vegas a great deal because there's a lot of places that, or a lot of things I don't know about Las Vegas. I don't know about the politics. Uh, but one thing I do know for sure, uh, when it comes to driving, you really have to be careful here. Uh, there are a lot of people who really drive fast. They really drive fast here. I'm not gonna knock them because they drive fast everywhere you go. But of course, if you come here a lot, you expect to see a lot of different kinds of things, just the way it is back home. Uh, but if you're not into casinos on the strip, you can always go off strip. There are lots of casinos. Maybe uh, I think there's a casino for everybody here. There are discounts for everybody here, and the food is great. I probably ate more food than I ever have before. And it is a driving experience when you come here. Of course, you know they got the Hoover Dam, they got the Boulder City, which is the gateway to Hoover Dam. They got the Valley of Fire State Park. They got some other mountains that are a little bit far away, uh, probably about 40 minutes away. Uh, you can also go to the Grand Canyon. You can go to an area of the Grand Canyon. It's only about 2 hours away, so it's not that bad. I have never been to the Grand Canyon, uh, but I have. I never driven to the Grand Canyon from Las Vegas. I always go to Flagstaff, and so I never have done the two together. Of course, I've been from Vegas uh, to Utah to Idaho, all the way to Yellowstone. So I've been to Wyoming. So you can actually say that coming to Vegas to stay on the 15 freeway will take you all the way up there, and then it veer off going to some other places. So it is a great place to stay in case you just want to take a couple of rides, something. But you don't have to go far. You don't have to go far to do anything here in Las Vegas. Uh, I remember back a long time ago, a lot of people were buying homes there. Homes are much more expensive now, but, or should I say, however, uh, I remember the days where people were starting to buy homes when they were cheaper. So you could buy a home there. I wasn't too sure about that. But, some of us miss out. We probably could have afford a home here in Las Vegas and still have your home back in LA. Uh, so some people did buy their home there. So when they retire, they can also live here, or they can just pick up where they left off and not go back home and just stay here. Just change residence altogether. So, but yes, this is a great place. The M Hotel is a great place to stay at. It, of course, you have your newer hotels that have been built around here. I've been going to them. I'm not going to talk about them though. So just like I said, I'm still here. Also tried a couple of new eating places. Uh, my normal eating places, and I tried another eating place that I'm not gonna disclose right now. I probably need to go to it once or twice. I we just came back from eating in a restaurant a couple of hours ago, uh, but I'm not gonna present that one. So sometimes, if it's a brand new place or a brand new casino, more than likely I'll just keep that to myself. Maybe I'll go 2 or 3 times, and then I might talk talk about it later. Uh, However, if you come to the Las Vegas, you be doing your own thing anyway. Just like I said, they got all the fast food places here. I did present something from the Black Bear restaurant not too long ago. I have yet to eat at. Oh, there is a eating place that I'm going to talk about probably in my next live. Uh, it's a restaurant that is one of my favorite that I haven't eaten there in quite some years since the pandemic. A lot of them is closed in California, Southern California. But I found one here. I'm going to present that one live, maybe tomorrow night, maybe a couple of days from now. But anyway, I think I'm going to close this video out. I think I've said a lot about the M. Great hotel. You can't go wrong with it. Nice place to stay. Very clean. They keep it that way. What can I say? So when you come to Las Vegas, you don't have to be stressed out by going necessarily to all the hotels on the strip. In fact, parking is atrocious. You still can find places to park. But just keep in mind that most hotels, even if you book a hotel and they say free, you don't know if it's free until you get there. Just like I went to the Spear, we drove by the Spear, and this is about anything. We actually drove by the Spear again, and we saw people inside, and we saw the gates open. So we're still not sure if those people are paid tickets or what, but it wasn't as crowded. So I don't know what's going on there. So one of these days I might get to see a show there. I don't know. But my first thing was I wanted to walk around the Spear, get a close up look at it. Because just like I say, every time I come here, I'm always entrenched about going to the Spear. There are a couple of other museums that I wanted to go to there on the strip, but because of the parking situation, it's pretty hard to do unless you want to fork out some money just to park. Uh, so they have some other experiences around here, and I haven't been to a show in quite some time. Well, anyway, this is Robert Deschamps. I'm gonna see you in my next video, folks. I'd like everyone to have a great rest of the evening. It took me a long time to put this together because I didn't know if I was. But I'm glad that I'm using StreamYard. I'm pleased because this is the only platform that I can actually put videos and pictures up and show them all at the same time while I'm talking. I'll see you. I'll see you soon. I'm in Las Vegas. Got another couple of days, actually one more day to go, 1.5 more days to go. I'll see you soon. Have a great, have a nice and great day. Talk to you later.